Since we did a video on the big beautiful bill, guys, I thought we really needed to dive in a little bit on the SNAP benefits section of everything because everyone wants to tug at your heartstrings when it comes to SNAP benefits and everything. Even though it's not like they got taken away, we just kind of narrowed it down on who actually qualifies. And I don't think it goes far enough, and we're going to really get into it, guys. But again, welcome to Getting to the Facts. I'm your host, Andrew Curiel. You already know what it is. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, guys. We are 2 subscribers away from 200 subscribers. Really appreciate it. This is just a little thing I love doing. And if it turns into something great, if not, I'm going to keep doing it anyway, all right? But let's hop right into it. We're going to go right into this first article, okay? And I really wanted to show you an article that they are for SNAP benefits. They don't think they go far enough, okay? And I just want to read a little bit briefly on what they're talking about on why they say, oh, everyone that the majority of people that are on SNAP benefits, they already work full time and all this stuff. And we're going to dive into it. Okay. But let's go right over here to this first article. All right. Congress is anticipating a battle over the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. And again, this is from 2023, guys. Okay. 2023. During negotiations around the next food and farm bill, Republicans are trying to limit SNAP benefits, which help put food on the tables of 1 of every 8 people in the United States, including many working households. Ironically, food workers tend to have the highest participation in SNAP among all workers, and many of them work for corporations that spend millions lobbying Congress to the tune of $165 million in 2022 and paying executives. The most recent discussion revolving around work requirements for SNAP users, an argument that resurfaces every now and then. SNAP already requires all adults to register for work, participate in job training, or work at least 30 hours a week, and has even stricter requirements for able-bodied adults without dependents. And the 30 hours a week thing, don't even believe it, because we just limited it. We put it down to 80 hours a month, okay? If it was already at 30 hours a week, we wouldn't have touched it. It makes no sense. And then 1 in 10 workers in the United States live in a household that receives SNAP due to low wages, inconsistent work schedules, and no paid sick leave. National data show that among adult age wage earners who are on SNAP, 70% worked full-time every week, and more than half worked the full or nearly full year. If companies are paying workers so little or designing schedules that avoid the requirements of full-time employment that their workers must depend on public assistance, are taxpayers subsidizing low wages and high corporate profits? And again, guys, I don't think this is accurate. Okay. Again, I just don't think it's accurate. And even if it was, to qualify for food stamps, okay, and SNAP benefits, the amount that you have to, the little amount you have to work is absolutely crazy. Okay. I actually went into it and we're going to show it to you here. But it's crazy how little they really require you to work. I just don't understand it. Why we are allowing this. But we're going to get right over here. And how much money can you make and still get SNAP benefits? To determine if someone can still receive SNAP benefits while working, both gross and net monthly income are considered, along with asset limits. Gross monthly income, which is the total household income before any deductions, must be at or below 130% of the federal poverty line for the household size. For example, a family of 3 gross monthly income must be at or below $2,798. Additionally, net monthly income, which is after deductions, must be at or below the poverty line. Asset limits also apply, blah, 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 blah. All right. So, for example, the 3-person household, $2,798 per month, and the net income limit is approximately $2,152. Now, guys, if you have 1 kid and you're making under $35,000 a year, you're not trying hard enough. I'm sorry. I moved out at 17. Okay. I was paycheck to paycheck, eating top ramen, never went on benefits, mind you. Okay. I got it. I got out of it. But it took a couple years. It took years of me grinding, trying to figure out how do I get a better job. You know, kept putting in resumes, kept trying to just level up little by little. That's what you do to get out of situations like that. Everybody has the ability to do that. What these benefits do is it makes you lazy, to be honest. It really makes you lazy, and it gives you an incentive not to make more money, because if you make just a little bit more money that's on the books, then bam, SNAP benefits get taken away. Which, and rightfully so. The only people that should be getting SNAP benefits are the ones that are disabled, that have super young children, and are like single moms, and I mean, obviously it's hard to work being a single mom with a baby, you know what I mean? But especially when the kid is finally in the first grade and they're actually going to school, you can work. You can work. Okay. And again, I still think you should be eligible for the benefits, but you should still have to work after your kid is in the first grade. Okay. I think that's freaking reasonable in my opinion. And again, guys, when it comes to this, 17, or let me see, what is it? 17,000. Let's go back up here. Okay. It keeps going to the family of 3. I thought I had something over here. Oh, yeah. And then let's look at this. This is kind of interesting, guys. How many people get SNAP benefits that are single? In the U.S., approximately 34.4% of households receiving SNAP benefits in 2020, this is just in 2020, were single-person households, according to the Pew Research Center. This data was collected by the Census Bureau and includes households where at least one person receives SNAP benefits. Overall, over 6 in 10 SNAP households reported having no children. Overall, over 6 in 10 SNAP, 61% reported no guys, are we really talking about this right now? Over 60% had no kids? Okay, I'm gonna flat out say it right now. If you don't have kids and you are single, or in a relationship and you're living with the other person, you should not be getting federal assistance on food. What world are we living in where we are giving taxpayer funded free food for people that are able-bodied? Okay? If you can work, you need to work. This is not a free handout session, okay? The only people that get free handouts are people that are disabled, okay? If you have a disability, great. If you're pregnant or a single mom with a young baby or a toddler, then yes, I want you to get your benefits, and you qualify for the benefits under the big, beautiful bill on what we passed, okay? But if I don't think, and again, I don't think it goes far enough, guys. It's not like we put a limit on SNAP where you have to have a kid. I think you should have to have a kid if you're not disabled. Okay, if you're not disabled, you should have to have a kid to get on SNAP. Is that really that big of a thing? Like, I just don't understand why we aren't requiring that in the first place. That is absolutely crazy. I did not know it went to that limit. And then we got this over here, because I was curious. Do you get more SNAP benefits if you have more kids? And it says, yes, in most cases, having more children in a SNAP household will increase the amount of benefits received. SNAP benefits are determined based on household size, and generally, the more people in the household, the higher potential benefits. I mean, that to me, guys, is absolutely crazy. Because again, you can just totally see how people are going to take advantage of that all the time. All the time. Especially if you're in New York or California or the state of Washington. Like, you have a ton of people that are just going to take clear advantage of that. And again, guys, a lot of these people too, like, they say, oh, well, they're servers, they work in the food industry and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, a lot of those food processing things, those are seasonal jobs. Okay, so if you're applying for a seasonal job, you should know that, and you should already be planning ahead. But a lot of these people don't. And what we are doing is we are covering for people that have made bad decisions on what type of jobs and what type of industries to get into. Because guys, I'm sorry, but if you're not making enough to to not qualify, because the bare minimum, okay, the bare minimum to qualify for food stamps is $1,795 a month. I did the math. That's $11 an hour. Okay, $11 an hour. If you are older than 25 years old, and I'm being generous, okay? I'm being generous because again, I moved out at 17. I don't feel sorry for people that make bad decisions when it comes to trying to get better jobs, or the people that are like, oh, well, I'm just going to keep this job because if I make any more money, I'm going to be taken off my benefits. Like, that's the point. We want you to get a better job. You should want to get a better job, because if you get a better job and you keep climbing, you keep trying to find a better job, then you're not going to be in poverty anymore. But a lot of these people want to stay there because they want the free money. They don't want to have to work harder. They don't want to do anything. They don't even want to work. A lot of these people don't even want to work. And I got a couple videos to show you guys on exactly how bad this gets. So let's go right over here and check this out and see what I'm talking about here.
Hello YouTube, this your girl Quay, and yes, we at Sam's doing the shopping haul. So y'all come along with us and let's get some stuff out of Sam's. I'm really just gonna be a very short video, just a little tic-tac, boom bam, you feel me? But yeah, y'all, let's get into it. They got some animal crackers for $8.98, so we just gonna grab one of these. So yeah, my kids like Nutrigrain bars, so they for about 30 seeds for $9.98, so we gonna grab that. We gonna put it down. So yeah, we already started shopping. So we got some chips, some blow pop for the kids, some little bites, some hot chips, some fruit snacks, some Gushers, some powdered donuts, oatmeal pies, some honey buns, and yeah. So let's get into the crunch here. A box of 2 bags for 49 ounces for $7.98. So we're gonna grab one of those, and they got Frosted Flakes for $7.88, and we're gonna grab one of those. Let's go down the season aisle. So at Sam's, I come here and I get the big old seasoning salt. So I'm gonna grab one of those, and it is for $6.68, which is a good price. And yeah, let's see what else we need. So yeah, that's what we're gonna grab from the season out. That's the only thing I'm gonna get out of here. They got some olive oil for $11.48, so we're gonna grab one of these. Yeah, yellow rice, and they got it for $5.78, so we're gonna grab one of those. Like I said, y'all, the video is not gonna be long. It's gonna be a short video put together. So we're gonna grab this pack right here for $7.98. It's actually on sale. It's just saving $1. So we're gonna grab one of these with 2 ketchup, mustard, and sweet relish. Get some of this ranch right here for $12.48, and that's the Hidden Valley for $12.48, 2 packs. Yeah. So they got the Velveeta macaroni cheese, shell macaroni cheese for $14.98. I usually don't buy these, but I ran out of macaroni cheese, and I went to my sister's house and got this. And she had it, and it tastes pretty good, so I'm gonna grab a case of those. The twins like the ravioli, so we're gonna grab 2 cases of those for the twins. So they got spaghetti noodles, $5.48 for 6 packs of spaghetti noodles. So we're gonna go with those. Some of this regular spaghetti sauce, we're gonna grab one of these. It's a 3-pack for $8.98. So yeah, that's a steal. People grab one of these mashed potatoes. I don't know how much it is quite yet. I'm gonna grab 2 boxes of these because we go through mashed potato like it ain't nothing. And we're gonna get 2 cases of these. I don't know how much it is, but we're gonna get 2. We're gonna get a case of these green beans. It's gonna be 8 cans in a pack. So we're gonna get 2 of these. I'm gonna grab one of the serve, and the serve running for $6.78. So we're gonna get one of those. $6.78. We're gonna get one of these. We're gonna just the marshmallow, y'all, for $7.98. So yes, I'm gonna get a box of those. So we're gonna grab a box of Fruit Pebbles for $6.48. And a box of Fruit Loops for $8.58. Captain Crunch Berry for $5.98. Liquor Trump for $7.88. We're gonna grab 1 box of each. So we're gonna have for the Go-Gurt. The kids love these.
I mean, again, guys, I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. And you see her little tag down there was Quay Party of 9. Party of 9. She got 9 kids. 9 kids. Like, that's just irresponsible. Irresponsible. And now it's on the taxpayers. She's going to Costco or Sam's Club and just buying up 2 full grocery carts worth of food on the taxpayer dime because she couldn't keep her legs closed and just keep one or two kids. You have one or two kids, you can still work. She did that on purpose. She had that many kids on purpose. You can't tell me otherwise. And just look her up. She says plenty on how she had those kids. She's like, oh, I just like to have sex. I'm like, first off, we need to question some of these guys, okay? I'm gonna leave it there, but we gotta question them. But still, I just don't understand this. This is what we're allowing. And did you see all of that crap that she bought for her kids? That's not nutritious. That's not going to do anything good for the kids. I bet you a lot of the kids are just as fat as she is. And I'm sorry, I don't have anything against people that are fat, but if you're fat, you are responsible. You're the one that doesn't have any type of willpower to not eat junk. And trust me, I eat plenty of good food. I have to work out a lot just to stay in shape these days. My wife knows how to cook, so thank you, babe. I appreciate it. But, you know, it's just crazy. She got powdered donuts. She got just a whole bunch of honey bun. I used to love me a honey bun, though. Like, don't get me wrong. But I always had to pay for it. Like, you got to pay for it. You ain't going to get that on the taxpayer dime. I personally think that if you're on SNAP benefits, you shouldn't get any of that processed shit. You shouldn't be able to get Flamin' Hot Cheetos. You shouldn't be able to get soda. You shouldn't be able to get any type of candy or anything like that. Okay? The only thing that you should be able to get that's processed like that, maybe some Nutri-Grain bars. I'm cool with that. Those are kind of nutritious. Maybe okay, and I don't even like Pop-Tarts. I don't even think you should be able to get Pop-Tarts because they're not really nutritious. You know what I mean, guys? That should just be for eggs, meats, vegetables, olive oil like she got. I'm cool with that. I mean, even the processed food that is actually food, I'm even okay with. Like get your Velveeta, girl. Okay, get your mac and cheese. Get all that. I'm fine with it. But when you're going to the level of just buying a crap ton of honey buns and frosted donuts and all this crap, like that is not doing anything for you, and it's a slap in the face to every taxpayer out there as well. But we got one more, guys. We got one more video here, and this girl, she like the welfare queen. And mind you, okay, do your own research on this. I couldn't find anything saying that this is fake. There's a bunch of videos. She be doing this all the time. I don't know why someone who's on benefits like this, taking advantage of the system, would even be this vocal about it. But it seems like she's got some way in, and there's no way you can mess with her. I mean, that's the only way I can think of it. Or that this is fake. But I can't find anything saying this is fake. And I know from personal experience enough people that take advantage of our benefit system to where this is definitely believable. And I know this is happening. If it's not with her, it's definitely happening around the country in certain areas. Okay. But let's watch this video, see what I'm talking about.
5 days since I have been able to eat anything. Why, may you ask? Why haven't you eaten 5 days, Courtney? Well, because Donald Trump decided to change the rules when you collect welfare benefits, food stamps, cash assistance, Section 8, disability, whatever it is. So I have been cut off. I have never worked a day in my life. I have 6 kids, 6 mouths to feed, 4 baby daddies. Oh. Okay, I don't receive child support. I don't have any income. I've never had a job. I'm not ever going to have a job. I don't want a job. The whole point of having the kids was to get government benefits. Oh, I have been collecting almost $10,000 a month in government benefits for 13 years. And now they just strip it from me. They take it from me. How the hell am I supposed to feed my kids? How? How am I supposed to pay rent? This is bullshit. Not only that, I have over 335,000 followers, and not one person has offered to help me. What's the point of having all these followers if they don't care, right? It is your responsibility as a taxpayer to support me and my kids. So, support me.
Again, guys, I don't know about you, but those type of people is what makes me, it makes me not even want to have any type of benefits at all. Okay. If those type of people exist and take advantage of the system, I don't want there to be a system for them to take advantage of. But then again, you think about everyone else, people with actual disabilities, people that actually can't do anything about it, that need the help. And that's why we need to have this system. But we need to have rules and requirements in place to protect it from fraud like this bitch, sorry for my language, that is just straight up taking advantage. And it's not just SNAP benefits. She's taking advantage of Section 8. Section 8, Section 8 is such a slap in the face, man, because it's not like Section 8 is just the whole complex. Section 8 is just certain units that are available for Section 8. So you could have someone that's on Section 8 barely paying, $200, $300 a month, and then the person right next door is paying full price for that apartment. Full price. And it's not like if they're living in the same apartment with someone who's in Section 8, it's not like they're making crazy money or anything. Like if you're making that much more money, you wouldn't be living in the same apartment as someone who qualified for Section 8. Okay? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense why we allow these things. I feel like if you're on Section 8, there should just be, it should be the whole complex that's Section 8 then. Okay, you should not be commingling Section 8 people with regular people paying full sticker price. It's just a slap in the face to everyone who's trying to work their butt off to make their lives better. You know what I mean? And again, guys, my heart goes out to the people that actually need it, that have the disabilities, but when you have 6 to 9 kids with 3 to 4 different baby daddies, and you're bragging about not working and you don't want to work, you lose all respect. I don't respect you whatsoever. And I don't want you to have any of the benefits. I don't want you to have crap. Get your lazy ass off the couch, please. Okay? There's enough of us out here trying to grind and trying to make life better for ourselves and paying taxes and paying for all of our food, paying for all of our health care. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense, and that is why the vast majority of Americans are okay with what's going on. And again, everything that we've done to SNAP is actually logically good. Like, you should have to work 80 hours a month, or at least volunteer. Like, you should have to work. If your kid's in the first grade or higher, you should have to work at least 20 hours a week. I mean, and again, guys, it's $11 an hour. It's $11 an hour, guys. You know what I mean? Like, that's all if you gotta make under $11 an hour. And if you're making under $11 an hour after the age, like I said, after the age of 25, and I'm being generous, then you have other bigger problems. All right. But again, guys, thanks for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed the content today. And again, smash that like button, subscribe to that channel. We're really close to 200 subscribers, and we'll just keep working our way up. All right. But I really do appreciate you guys, and have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you on my next video.